Greetings, YouTubers. You know, this must be like my fourth wrestling related topic I've ever discussed on this video. But as always, as usual, there's a valid reason to it. Today I'm going to discuss, or more likely rant about my disgust and infuriation towards a specific crowd of naysayers, or trolls as I like to call them, who can be described as the TNA haters. Now, this sort of thing been going on since the time TNA has become relevant, only a few years after being founded back in 2002, and the time it first aired its brand show Impact Wrestling, which was originally called TNA Impact in the beginning. But for some reason, these so-called wrestling fans, and I mean that loosely by the ways, don't seem to or never give it any chance or cut it any slack, even after 13 years, still going and growing. The bashing, beeration, and shooting still goes on. Even fellow YouTuber Don Tony from the podcast segment The Don Tony and Kevin Castle Show has been talking shit about TNA for so long, and still counting. I get the fact that Don Tony is not a big supporter of TNA, but I bet he's a big supporter of the WWE, despite all of the half-assed direction and status that's been going through, and currently still. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if he fall into the category of being a WWE mark, or WWE apologist as I like to refer. And there are other referrals like WWE brown nosers, WWE cocksuckers, or dick suckers, and WWE ass kissers. And to show off the amount of hypocrisy that Don Tony and the rest of the PG era WWE supporters have, is that everything they rant and bitch about the problems TNA has, or what they have heard in most cases, is either insignificant or just rumors being spread from ear to ear. And yet, they put all their support and respect to a multi-million-dollar industry that waters down content, banning freedom of speech, and features segments and storylines that were no lesser than kids/family friendly, that it should be considered nothing short than lame and corny. Yet all the hate, backlash, beeration, smack talking, and all kinds of disrespect is put on another industry that not only does what the top industry should have done, but also does the exact opposite of what it has been and currently doing. Not to mention it has approximately 1.2 million likes on the official Impact Wrestling Facebook page, and been declared, according to wikipedia.org, that TNA is one of the largest wrestling promotions in the world, and the second largest in the United States after WWE. Yeah, that should say something right there, because there's no shame in being in second place, at least for now anyways. And furthermore, having high ratings doesn't necessarily qualify as good, or being better than other shows that make less. It's just an estimate of how many viewers are watching. What ratings is to TV shows is the same as how the box office is to movies. The only difference is between the two is one, it involves viewers, and the other involves finances. And even movies that make a lot of money also doesn't determine being good, or better than other movies that make less. Just thought I'd point that out there. To all those TNA haters out there, this shouldn't come to a shock to any of you, that there are those who not only actually support TNA, but also fans of TNA in general. Hell, those who are fans of wrestling period have watched TNA, as well as supportive and are fans of it. I should know because I'm one of them. Like all wrestling fans, I started off as a WWE fan. At least the old WWE, which was called WWF originally. Then later I got into WCW, and watched both back in the day, even during the infamous Monday Night Wars. I even catch a few shows of ECW when given the chance. But after both WCW and ECW were bought off from WWE, I still watch it because it's the only wrestling left. Then TNA came along, which I got into in 2006, then watched both. Then fast forwarding to 2008, WWE began the ongoing PG era bullshit, where I and other wrestling fans were put off and began a great disdain for the company. Then eventually start jumping shifts from WWE to TNA, like fellow Bruce Blitz for example, and other YouTubers who let out their voices, myself included. So to all those TNA haters and WWE apologists, marks, ass kissers, and dick suckers, including you, Dick Tony, I have one simple message addressing to all of you on behalf of all TNA and wrestling fans, and that is this: fuck you. Fuck you all to the next power. There, just said that. So there you have it. That's it for this discussion for this video. Feel free to leave your comments and opinions below, whatever they may be, and take care for now. Peace.